Hi guys, welcome back to Hawaii Turo. So if this is your first time on this channel, I this is my second time going live. Yesterday was my first time going live, and I had such great results. I wanted to do it again. So this, this live is basically to help you grow your Turo business. So you ask me questions, and then I answer the questions. You can give me super chats or just give me questions, and I'll answer as many questions as you can. But yeah, I have been doing Turo since 2017 full time, right? Before that, I was doing, Airbnb, I was doing Uber. I mean, it was just something that I never thought that I would turn Turo into even a full time thing. I first heard about Turo when it was called Relay Rides. Right? That was the first Relay Rides back in 2016 when I was doing Uber. But I got tired of driving, my regular 2014 Kia Optima. So then I got a, I got a van. I got a 2014 Dodge Caravan, and basically, yeah, I just kept adding and adding cars, right? And it got crazy. It really changed when I got my what's it called? When I went to Hertz Car Sales, and I went there for a Chevy Spark, and ended up getting a Ford Mustang. And basically that basically changed the trajectory of my business going forward. You know, it was crazy. I was basically I got another Mustang, a new Mustang, got another Mustang, and I got up to like 5 or 6 Mustangs in just such a short period of time. It was pretty crazy. And then the amount of money that I was making on these things, I mean, it was pretty good. It was great. It eventually it started getting a little saturated, but it happens. The Turo markets, it'll start off great and then people will come on, just like what happened, like during this summer, a lot of people, they came, a lot of people, they found out about it, the news, word of mouth, they started doing it and the business starts to slow down, which is, I don't know how is it going for you, but, I know in Hawaii, it is definitely, it slowed down, but you see, I do my daily stuff. So, you see how, my daily's going. I kind of wish that I did my day in a life Turo stuff 3 months ago, 4 months ago when it was really busy, and you could have seen like my daily numbers and what I was doing daily because it was, yeah, pretty crazy. Oh, four things TV. I think you left. You asked me a question. One of the biggest things you wish you knew when you first started. Well, I think you left, but I'm just gonna answer the question. Well, one of the biggest things I wish I knew when I first started is mainly definitely the insurance thing. That was a big thing, right? I mean, also, well, let's go back to the insurance thing. That was a big thing for me. I never really understood the insurance thing. I always wanted to use my own personal insurance, and that's a no go. That's not something you want to ever do. And I wish I knew that going forward. Another thing, trying to figure out how to get a one up on everybody else so you can stay booked. That was another thing. It took me a while to get that right because my cars weren't always going out 100% of the time, right? I mean, I if that was the case, oh, I have 4 fingers. How's it going? Oh, you are. Oh, sorry, it's showing zero on there. I didn't even. Sorry, didn't know. But okay, yeah. Where was I? Yeah, I mean, when I first started, my cars didn't really. I mean, they didn't go out every single day. How's tour going for you, by the way? And when did you start? Yeah, another thing, right? You know, what I do now that allows me to, to keep my cars being booked. That is, oh, you know what? I have to stop. This thing is not. Sorry. How's that? How's that? In Phoenix. Okay. Oh, Phoenix. Okay, a few weeks ago. Okay. How many cars do you have? Or you're going to start in Phoenix in a few weeks. Okay. Are you going to start with just one car? Economy car. Okay. Okay. What kind of brand are you going to go for? Like a Chevy or a Kia or a Toyota? Oh, that should be good. Okay. Have you found out what actual car, like what brand you're going to get? Because I would recommend if you're going to get like a, I always say to get a Chevy because it has like the OnStar service. That would help you out definitely in the future. Trying to lock and remote your car. And it has GPS, of course. Unless you're just going to get like something like Viper, get it hardwired in. Let's get back to okay. Let's get back to the future of. Get back to talking about Turo before I see what else comes in. So I think Turo is definitely going to pick back up in the future. If it's not already picked up for you, I think it's going to start back like during the winter time. People are definitely going to start back traveling, and it's going to yeah, it's going to start back traveling, and I think it's going to pick up in 2022, and it's going to be some good times. I think that, especially with me, like in 2022, that's really when I'm going to start adding more cars and getting to like 20, 21, 22 cars, and you're going to see like why just like take off. It's going to be pretty good. That's what I think. It's probably going to be like that in most places, right? Even with all the posts that are on there right now, it's definitely going to be great. That's my opinion. That's what I think. Stop it. Got it. Sorry, guys. This my stand keeps messing up. It was better last night, but like, bear with me. I'm still learning to get the best setup for this. Okay. So yeah, well, it's like I said, the point of your stream is just to answer your questions. Right? So far, I don't see that many questions, so I'll just keep talking. But yeah, Turo in 2020, man, it was pretty bad. I mean, I who would have thought that everything would just shut down? It was crazy. You know, I had 12 car loans, right? I had 12 car loans. I was subleasing 7 condos at the time. I mean, it was insane. When everything shut down mid March, I was like, oh my god, what is going to happen? It was crazy. You know, I mean, good thing the banks had deferments and this and that, and just tried to hold on. Tried to hold on my Airbnb, but it didn't work out. But ended up just yeah. And in the meantime, it was how can you get by? The gig economy. Food delivery. That's the kind of stuff that I did. You know, our Turo was not. We couldn't do any Turo in 2020. But when we opened back up, what was it, October 15th? Man, Turo, it got crazy. Hi, hi, new member. Yeah, if you got any questions about Turo, yeah, just leave in the comments and I can answer it. But yeah, I mean, when Hawaii opened back up, Turo, I mean, who would have thought that it would have been crazy? I don't know if you saw like my monthly stats, like picking up, picking up, picking up all throughout the summer in 2021. That was like the best numbers I've ever had. And I've been doing this since 2017. It's like the best numbers I've ever had. I'm doing like $40,000 a month for like 4 months in a row. It was pretty surreal, actually. It was like, wow, you can really make that much on like what did I have like 15 cars at the time, maybe 16 cars, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I mean it was crazy, But Turo is Turo. I mean, Turo is a way to make some money. It's not for everyone, right? There's lots of things that you got to know with Turo, dealing with Turo, dealing with Turo's customer service. I mean, their customer service is pretty bad. The people in the Philippines, those people, they don't really know much of anything. They if you ever contact them, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about real quick in the first like 5 minutes of talking to them. It's pretty bad. I dread calling Turo customer service. I dread it. Like I call them maybe once a month or once every couple months for like vehicle swap, which vehicle swaps is a whole other thing. Vehicle swaps are so bad. I mean, I literally hate doing vehicle swaps. I mean, if that's the best thing to do is really there's not really a best thing to do. I mean, if you try to do a vehicle swap before the trip starts, they tell you to cancel and hope they rebook. Or you try to do a vehicle swap during the trip. That's what I do, and you get them to do it. When you get them on the phone, they don't really know what they're doing. It just oh man, it's just dealing with Turo and the customer service. It's pretty bad, and among other things, right? And then yeah, I just hate calling them. I try not to. Anybody say anything? Let's see. Okay. Yeah. How many cars do you have? Whoever is watching. Yeah. Just let me know. And yeah, how long have you been doing Turo? Yeah. Just let me know in the comments or in the chat. This is yeah, in the live chat. That's what I meant to say. So this live chat is starting a little bit slower than the other one that I did for the first time. Maybe because it's not at nighttime. It's, I don't know, what is it? What is it, 7:46 on the East Coast? You know, last I did it really late last night. Maybe the next one I'll do much later. But depending on how successful all these are, and I'm gonna keep on, doing these live streams to help people out, to grow the Turo business. On top of doing my daily vlogs, I think that helps people, get people to understand, how to run or how I run a Turo business successfully every single day. I do Turo full time. Normally I'm up at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. every single day moving cars, right, and doing all Turo stuff. Lately it's been slow, so I haven't really been up that early. But it is what it is. Anybody have any questions? Okay. What else can I talk about with Turo? Let's see. Let's think. Oh, my next video on Thursday, which is my weekly video, I'm going to deep dive, you know, what is like a power hose or what is an all-star hose, right? What it takes, to get there and what it means, you know, everything. Do you get money for being, one of them, or do you get all the incentives, because every single quarter they go over all that, right? They pick, people go up, people go down, their metrics don't stay at the minimum. And you see all that under your performance tab, right? That's what I'm going to do. And then let's see. Then after that, I think I am going to redo my commercial insurance versus the Turo's insurance. I think I need to. I'm getting a lot of views on that video, and I think I need to redo that video. That is something else to do. And that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much. And then maybe I'll go look at some of my older videos. I've been doing this for like about a year. My first videos. I don't know if you watched them. They're pretty bad. I think so. So I'm trying probably redo a lot of those videos. Do that. And then, yeah, that is my plan for the next few months. So for my YouTube channel, and probably do more lives. Definitely not going to be every day, but probably set up a day and time to do live. I don't know if it's better in afternoon Hawaii time or in evening Hawaii time. Yeah, so it all depends. But yeah, just here to answer your questions. If you have any questions, just let me know in the chat. Does anybody have any questions? Is Four Fingers TV still in here? I don't know. Maybe I started too early. Maybe that was the problem. We should need to do it at nighttime. Maybe I'll pick up later. Yeah, hi guys. If you have any questions, yeah, just put in the chat and then Hi, if you got any questions, yeah, just leave it in the chat. I can answer it. Starting pretty slow today. Hi, if you have any questions, yeah, just let me know in the chat. I can answer it. So if you got any questions, nope. Okay. Oh yeah, if you have any questions, just leave it in the chat and I can answer it about your Turo business. Okay. What else can I talk about with Turo that I haven't talked about yet? Let's see. Make a living. Oh, hi, Harry. Or I can't say hurry up. Yeah, I mean, I do Turo full time. I've been doing it since 2017. So I mean, it all depends on which market. Where are you located? Some places are better than others. Yeah. Are you close to an airport? Like a major airport? Seattle. Okay. Yeah. I know some people who do Seattle full time. Yeah. Are you close to the airport? That- That'll be pretty big as well. And then it all depends on who you're trying to rent to. Tourists or locals. That's two different things. But one of the easiest ways is just if you go into your market or if you on the app and you see how many cars are available and you see how many trips some of those cars have. If you see like a lot of cars with like hundreds and hundreds of trips, and you go onto that host, and you see that host that has thousands of trips, that host is more than likely doing it full time. If you don't see that stuff, if all cars are like under like 50, that will tell you right there that it's probably not as busy as what it could be. Like 20 minutes from a major airport. Okay. Well, I know Seattle, you can make some money there. That's a fact. Is it the busiest? I mean, not the busiest, but I know that you can make money there. What are you thinking about starting Turo, or do you know anybody who is doing Turo? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I just started doing this. This is my second live stream. I did it last night. Yeah, I'm just seeing how this goes. Maybe do it some more. I do my daily day in the life on about my Turo life, every day. Okay. Okay. Are you gonna start with just one car, or are you just gonna? Some people go all in; they get like 5 cars all at once. It's kind of crazy, in my eyes. But yeah, but just like one economy car, like what, like a Honda or a Toyota or a Chevy. Okay, one car. Okay. Well, I would say, if you're looking for a one car, definitely get a car that has like remote locking and unlocking. That will make your life way easier. So like I have Chevys. I don't know if you've seen my cars on my playlist, but I go over all my cars. I have a lot of Chevy because they have the OnStar, and they started OnStar in 2014 models and newer, and that really helps me. GPS, because you got to have GPS. Don't start Turo without GPS in your car, and more than likely have it hardwired. Bouncie, Bouncie is good. I do use Bouncie, but I'm in Hawaii. Where are people going to go in Hawaii, right? Not gonna, I mean, not going to go to another state, right? But that's what I recommend. Definitely have trackers in your car. And OnStar, that helps right there. You have it all. The tracker, the remote lock and unlock, that would really help you out. But there's lots of people who start Turo and they just get any kind of car. They don't have trackers. They don't have nothing. And what if they get like a local people? There are people who take advantage of Turo. Local people, they get a car and they steal it, or people they just joyride in it for a really long time. And maybe you do get your car back, I don't know, a week from now or 2 weeks from now. And Turo only pays you for one day. Right? So all those other days, you're not getting paid for any of that. So it's best for you to know where your car is, where you can go get your car. Right? That will help you. I'll give you one up on other new people starting on Turo. I would recommend probably like a Chevy Spark, little small, little compact car. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, yeah, that would help you. Because if you go on, if yeah, I've seen it. Plenty of new people that start doing Turo, they don't have no tracker, they have nothing, and issues will happen. It's inevitable. It's just people take advantage of stuff, and there are people that go on Turo to take advantage of Turo, right? And it's at your expense, right? And yeah, that's just how that works. But if you want to join my Facebook group, we all talk over there about Turo stuff. I have it in the at the beginning. Yeah, I think I have it. I pinned a comment, so you can join that group over there. Do you plan on getting a loan, or you plan on paying cash for the car? Right. Do you have any questions about Turo? Just let me know in the chat, and I can help you with your the Turo business. Hi, if you have any questions about Turo, your Turo business, just let me know in the chat and I'll help you. Kind of slow. It's kind of slow right now. All right, if you have any questions about your Turo business, yeah, just let me know in the chat and I'll help you out. Yeah, this is my second time going live. First time I went live, there was a lot more people in here. Right now, I see maybe people are busy or still at work or something. Maybe I'll start in my next one later. I do plan on doing this a lot more often. I plan on doing it. Period. This is only my second time ever going live, but I am daily on YouTube. About my Turo business. But I started doing Turo back in 2017. I do this full time. So I've been doing this YouTube thing for about a year, a little more than a year and a couple weeks. How many cars do you have? When did you get started? So yeah, if you have any questions about your Turo business, just let me know in the chat, and I can help you out. I do Turo full time. I've been doing this since 2017. Yeah. So if you have any questions about Turo, anything, just let me know in the chat, and I can help you out. I've been doing Turo full time since 2017. If you haven't seen my videos, see if we got any comments. Oh, hi. How's it going? The conservative coconut. The conservative. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's why I'm here. Here to help people out. How's Turo going for you? And how many cars do you have? And when did you start? Conservative coconut. That's a funny name. Yeah. If you have any questions about Turo, just let me know in the chat, and I can answer them. Help you out in your Turo business. Oh, hi, Danny. Danny Wilmington, from Chicago. Okay. How's Turo there? That's a pretty hot spot. I think I know a couple people who actually I know like five people from Chicago that do Turo. So I know that it's really busy there. How many cars do you have, Danny? Oh, congrats. Okay. Congrats. What kind of car are you looking for, Danny? Oh, Orange County. Okay. Oh, yeah. Orange County. Okay. Sort of coconut. Okay. You got two cars line. Plan to get off at 9 to 5. Yeah. I haven't had a 9 to 5 since 2014. Or yeah, really 2014. I ain't never going back. Are you purchasing two this week? Okay, a Sentra and an Altima. Okay. What year? What years are they? I had an Altima before, and I have a Sentra, but I have a new Sentra, and I had an old 17, 18. Okay, okay, 17, 18, Sentra 18. Just make sure there's no recalls. Actually, for both, for the conservative coconut, make sure there's no recalls on those cars. I know the Nissan, the older ones, the Optima, I think it had a recall. I know my 13 had a recall, so make sure there's no recall before you buy it. That's something that you don't want to deal with it having a recall that cannot be fixed, and it just just sits. You just bought the car for no reason. I want to get about to start next week with my first Turo car in Hawaii, Kia Forte. Okay, okay, congrats, congrats. Are you Neighbor Island? Okay. Most important tip. Well, one, have a tracker in the car. That's a fact. With in Hawaii, you're on a big island. Well, you're on a big island, so really you just need to have like a bouncy at least. You know that the bouncy is sufficient enough. Yes, they can pull it out, but definitely a bouncy. Have a setup at the airport because you know that airports in Hawaii they don't really like Turo. So find out how the way you're going to do that because that's where you're going to get a lot of your bookings from, right? Have that set up. That's another thing. Set up your extras. Have that. The post cleaning fee. We only got it for a couple more weeks. That the limited miles. And I'm just forgetting. Post planning fee, unlimited miles, and a prepaid fuel. Have a prepaid fuel at a reasonable price because that will definitely increase your money. Yes, Bouncy is what I use. I have 10 Bouncies. That's something. I think in Hawaii, I think that's sufficient enough. And actually, I do like that a tracking system because it basically tells you like where they went. It's actually really helpful. You get the app; it's really good. Oh, real estate student. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I just started doing this live. I'm gonna do it more. But yeah, this is my second time. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Access Real Talk. Oh, yeah, I talked to you yesterday. I do not use lockboxes. No. That's another good thing. If you got like a Chevy with that, you can just unlock it and lock it remotely without using lockboxes. Lockboxes, people see lockboxes and they know that keys are in there. That just opens your car up for possible, theft. And I don't want to deal with that. That's just not something I want to deal with. Real estate student. No, I have no need to do it. I no, I I don't. When I did do it, it was really just Uber Eats and Grubhub and that stuff. But nah, there's no need now. Especially since I got that the SBA loan. It makes no sense for me to do Uber. I'm just doing this, getting these cars out for really cheap. I don't really. It is what it is. Just waiting until it picks back up in like December, January, February, where I can start making the money again. Hi, Jacob Photo. What about insurance? How many cars do you have? And what, are you talking about your personal insurance? Like, how long you been doing Turo? Well, what do I do instead of lockboxes? I just have the remote stuff. Well, I meet everybody anyway, but if I wanted to, yeah, I can just lock and unlock them with my OnStar service or with Nissan Connect. What about insurance? If okay, so with that many cars with insurance, you are going to have like multiple insurance companies unless you have Liberty Mutual. Because Liberty Mutual is okay with Turo. A lot of insurance companies are not. So when you start adding that many cars, don't be surprised when you get phone calls asking you what are you using the cars for. Because I got in that phone call before, right? Yeah, unless you go with Liberty Mutual. Liberty Mutual is 100%, and they're okay with Turo. There's some other ones. I think State Farm is, but I'm not 100%. But I know who's not. Like Geico is definitely not. Progressive is not. Yeah. Commercial insurance, yeah. The GMI. If you want to go commercial insurance, GMI. That's who I talked to. I got a quote. It was just too much for me. It wasn't something that I wanted to do at the time. True, the Liberty Mutual is like Turo. Yeah, Liberty Mutual is the commercial insurance for Turo. So if you're trying to get personal insurance and not deal with being dropped if something happens, if they find out, going to Liberty Mutual, they're not going to drop you because of that. Right? They're Turo friendly. What about the OnStar version? Yeah, yes, Danny, yes, the Nissan Connect. But the Nissan is a neat. They have two things. They have Nissan Connect and Nissan Services. This is it's kind of confusing. It's confusing to me. That Nissan Versa that I just got in 2021, I thought Nissan Connect and Nissan Services is the same thing. They're totally different. Like with the OnStar service, it's OnStar. You have OnStar. But with the Nissan, they have the Nissan Connect, which is basically just the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capability. But the Nissan Services, that's with the SOS, the GPS, all that stuff. So it's two different things. So you gotta make sure it has like what is it, like a red SOS thing at the top. That's how you know. The sales guy had no idea. If I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have gotten Nissan Versa. But it is what it is. So, what's best paying cash for cars for finding a real estate student? What's best? I mean, yeah, it just depends on your situation. I mean, what's not the best is getting all finance cars. I can tell you that much. Having 12 cars, which is what I had, paying $5,700 a month, no. Maybe doing like half and half. I mean, I think that's good. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, I got the disaster relief loan. Finally, it took a long time to get the. I was in reconsideration for a while. Yeah, they gave me like a game changer amount of money to basically pay off. I have no car loans. Well, I have one lease that I haven't paid off because it's taken a while, but I've paid off every single other car that I got. So I have like well, only really only one lease and everything else is paid off. So my business expenses are really really low right now. It's like a 30-year loan that you pay. So I have to pay like $2,400 a month for 30 years, starting in 24 months. So I have like 24 months of like basically like no expenses, right? So that's like game changer for me. So for me, I'm actually repainting a lot of my cars, fixing my cars, especially my Mustangs that's been beat up over the last 3 years, getting them back to the level that they need to be with some of that money, which is only a small, even if it's like $20,000 to $30,000, I'm gonna make probably over what almost $200,000 extra by not paying in car loans for 2 years. So that's me. That what I'm like, yeah, I love that. Your insurance expenses were low according to one of your videos. The insurance, yeah, I mostly have liability on them. I definitely don't have full coverage on all of my cars. Yeah, yeah. For the SBA, they look at your 2019 numbers, and you got to have an LLC. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna say you have to have an LLC because 2019 is when I got an LLC. But the good thing about my 2019, I had 7 condos and about 10 cars, so I made like over $300,000 in 2019. So that really helped me to get the SBA loan. But how is it? Or Jacob, where are you located, or did you tell me that already? Let me scroll back up. No, you didn't. Yo, where are you located, Jacob? Yeah, you had 8 cars. Miami. Okay, okay. I just looked at that market not too long ago. I was doing some market research. There's tons of cars there. Like, are your prices really low right now, or are you just waiting? You're just, are you just holding out for it to pick back up, or did it already pick back up? This was about a month ago that I was looking at. Hanging on. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't. You start in April. I don't know what the busy times like. I have to believe because I was born in Florida. Never been to Miami though. During the winter time, people are definitely going there. Starting to pick up. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, well, it's still gonna get better and better and better. Probably the same thing with here in Miami. It's just gonna get better. People are gonna start traveling a lot more. But, so did you get 8 cars because it was like really busy? So I think this April was like right before the craziness. Yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, all of my basically all of my sedans, either new or old. I have my old sedans for $30, and I have my newer sedans, even my SUV, my Chevy Trax, and my 7-seater, my 2014 Acura MDX for $35. That's basically I know. So that's it's horrible, but I upsell everybody. Like I make sure like they either add extras or delivery, and I screen everybody. So I don't accept everybody unless they're at a certain price. Then I have those cars automatic. Other than that, I'm not letting cars out for $27 my cut. That's yeah, exactly. That's not even worth me doing. I'd rather just sit here and stream and talk to you guys than do that. So I make sure I get about like $50. What you see on my daily stuff, I'm doing what 300, $400 a day, which is like really, I mean, whatever. I mean, I have no expenses right now, so I'm on when I do my monthly. Right now, I'm sitting at about almost $12,000, which normally be like that's horrible. But my business expenses this month is all my receipts are like oil changes. So far, knock on wood. Hopefully, I don't have nothing breaks on the cars, but that's still going to be profit for me. You know, what did you say? Yes. Okay, it was going good. Then boom. Yeah, yeah. I bet your best month was like what, like July? I don't know what you have, but I'm just gonna guess. You have 8 cars. You probably did like a high, like unless you have really, really expensive cars, probably like 20 something thousand dollars. I bet, right? About 20 something. June and July. Okay. Okay. Well, that would have been like 2,000, 3,000 a car. Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's what I figured. Yeah. So I'm assuming you got like just what, maybe like basic sedans, and or maybe you, yeah, 2, 3,000. Yeah. Yeah, I know it was crazy. Yeah, it's I miss those days. Trust me, I miss those days. We say yes, yeah, yes. The extras and the deliveries, right? That's what I'm saying. The cleaning fee, the unlimited miles, prepaid fuel, and the deliveries, of course. Yeah. I mean, I used to do that anyway, regardless. But yeah, okay, that stuff too. I mean, that extras. Yeah, I mean, you're in Miami, so beach gear. I mean, yeah, I would do the same thing. That stuff is cheap anyway, and you know, because you're not going to get reimbursed if they steal it, so you just get the cheap stuff. Yeah, I mean, it depends on where you're at. Like, oh, repeat the extras again. Well, the prepaid fuel, right? That's one extra. The unlimited miles is another extra, and the post cleaning fee is another extra. Those are like the main ones. There are smaller ones, but those are the main ones that I do. So on the mainland with unlimited miles, that's the tricky one, right? If I was on the mainland, I would be doing it about at least $40 a day, not a trip. I would start off right there, and if you're getting a lot of people abusing that, then I would probably go up. But anything below that, I wouldn't do it because people are definitely going to abuse it. Like $40 a day. Don't do per trip. If you do it per trip, let's see, someone books a car for 5 days, that's $40. But if it's $40 a day, 5 days is 200. You see what I mean? Oh, change that. Change that right now. Go on there and just take off the unlimited miles. Just do not have unlimited. There is no. Don't do that. Set it at the minimum of 200 miles, unless you have like higher, the deluxe or super deluxe. Because those change like 175. Put it at 200, not 250. Put it at 200, the lowest that you can put it at for regular cars. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah. If you watch my channel, man, I maximize everything. That's what I do, right? As many things as I can, right? But I would definitely change it. I would never. For 3 years, I made that mistake for unlimited miles. I didn't really because I had 7 condos. I was more focused on my Airbnb stuff than my Turo stuff, and I just let money down the drain. Back then, maybe like about a year and a half ago, the minimum was 100. Turo changed it to 200. So at 100, you can get paid with whatever you can put whatever number you want for overage mileage. So some people have like a dollar 50. It was crazy, right? I only got in on that on like the last 6 months, and then they changed it. I was like, no. I was like, man, that was like a lot of money that people lost when Turo changed that. I mean, Turo started making more money because of that. But yeah, that was a big thing when they changed it. No, no, people don't. Not really. I mean, most people don't. I mean, you get some people, but not really. I mean, you can even ask them, did you search for a limited amount? Most people are going to say no. Like, no. Yeah, 'cause most people, they get on there, because most it's their first time. They probably click the put it for low to high, and that's it. They don't even look for a location really, especially like on an iPhone. At least my iPhone, I'm assuming it's more iPhones. It doesn't even show you like the distance. On the Android phones, it shows you. So a lot of times you get bookings, unless it's the airport. Airport is different because the airport you're delivering it. But like other places where they have to go pick it up, they think that it's like really close. I'm assuming you've had that before if it's not at the airports. I know I've had it plenty of times that people are thinking that even like today I had that. Someone booked for tomorrow. They thought I was really, really close, and they thought it was for free too. Other hosts were doing it for free. I was like, no, I charge $30 for delivery, up to 2 miles. So that's what I do. Do you mean direct rentals? Like using like their insurance, or you have commercial insurance? Is that what you mean? I mean, that's not. I mean, you can rent off of Turo. I mean, there's no harm in that. Are you saying you get them to cancel and then try to book? Oh, that's yeah. Okay, well, I don't do that anyway. Yeah, that's well. I mean, technically, if they rent a day, it's over. The trip is over, and then you can do whatever you want. But that is risky anyway. I mean, like, what are you going to use their insurance? So, are you going to get their insurance? You're going to give it a call, make sure that that they have coverage. I mean, that's a pretty big risk. I mean, I use Turo for the commercial insurance, right? So I wouldn't do that. I mean, when I first started, I made stupid mistakes. And one mistake I did is I used to advertise in Waikiki, and I got people, and I would rent off of Turo, and I would just rent, and it was just dumb. Like I would never rent outside Turo again anyway. It was crazy stuff. That's just. I'm glad nothing happened. Like no accident, nothing happened. But I learned my lesson with nothing happening, that I will never rent outside of Turo unless I have commercial insurance. Then I have a clipboard, I have all this stuff. Sign everything, get their ID, and all that stuff. Right? That'll be the only way that I would ever rent outside of Turo. Because renting direct, I don't. I don't even care what the money. It just the risk. It's too much risk. I mean, you might make some more money because you're not giving Turo whatever, but it's just the risk, man. Like the risk. And then trying to charge people after the fact, they dispute it because I've dealt with tons of disputes with my Airbnb because I ran their cars all the time, right? It was dealing with that is yeah. No, I have very little experience with iCar. Most of the stuff I heard about it's not that good. I don't think it's even in Hawaii, but maybe it is. But I heard with high car, you just put really cheap cars on there, and you can have older cars than Turo on high car. So cars that get too old, or cars that are kind of like breaking down. Well, I shouldn't say breaking down. Cars that have high miles, because Turo's 130,000 when you get it when you get in there, but it does get grandfathered in. Excuse me. Okay, what was I saying? Why did huge carbon? Yeah, yeah, they've been doing that for a while. No, I'm not worried about that. 30 normally over 30,000 people come here a day. There's so many people. There's so much business to be made here. I'm not worried about the rental car companies. No, definitely not. No. So much money coming here. No, there's so much. I mean, there's no way. Usually the all the Mustangs are sold out anyway. Like normally you can't even get a Mustang here or a Camaro, especially in Waikiki. If you go to maybe you get some at the airport, but it's $200 a day. So they go on Turo and boom, cars are like what 150, 140 after all the fees that Turo has, so it's cheaper. No. How can I tell? Oh, okay. Well, one of the easiest way is calling them, but another way is when you go look at your market, you put a search in. And what you're going to do is that you're going to look for the host that has like a lot of trips. So basically, what you're trying to find is like a full-time host there, and you're going to look at either their reviews or look at their guidelines, and you see how they do their setup. If they're doing their setup, they're telling you that to meet, they're telling everybody to meet somewhere outside of the airport. That tells you right there that that airport is not tour friendly, right? That's like the easiest way to find out. Just start going down. Not the new people, people who've been on there a while. They got like 1,000 trips, 2,000 trips. You see that they started what? They got like what 500 reviews. I mean, someone who's been doing tour a while in that area, and that setup. That's the setup that it needs to be. That's how you know. Yep. You're welcome, Dan. You're welcome. Yeah. So that's what I've done when I was doing market research because I do coaching on Patreon and I deep dive. And yeah, and I do that. And that's one of the first things I do to find out, how the airport is in that area. That's what I do. When I look in my city, Kansas City, the person with the most trips only has like 150 trips. Oh, how many people did you look at? Actually, the real talk. Yeah, if you looked at like a lot, like look like a couple months out, and if 150 is like the most, yeah, that's the market is, yeah. I mean, it means the market is not that high. Yeah, that is true. 150 trips is not that much. I mean, especially for like the best host in your area with 150 trips. Yeah, that's definitely a tell. But it could mean, maybe it's just a lot of people haven't started there. Maybe you hit gold, right? Maybe that's something. More than likely, it's the first one, not the second one. You look 2 months out. Ooh, man, 150. That could be. I thought Kansas City was. I've been to Kansas City. Well, Kansas, Missouri. Maybe it is slow. Maybe it is. I'm not. You got me curious. Were you looking at the airport? Okay, yeah. So I'm looking at it right now. I'm just here, just looking at something. No, I see. I see somebody. I just glanced at it. I see a Dustin. He has 752 trips. Yeah. So there's people with more. His car has 73 trips. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, basically, my let's see what I have. I just put November 17th to November 20th, and I just have it on Revelant, and yeah, that's all the filters I have. Yeah, I think I can. I don't know if you can even see it, but let's see. Ah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, that Dodge Charger right there. Yeah, or not Charger, Challenger. Yeah, click the host. Yeah, click the host and you'll see it. You see like 743 or something like that. Yeah, because that's the trips for the car. So click the car, then go to the host, and you're gonna see that 700 and something. Because he could have, well, he does have, he has multiple cars. Do you see it? You see the 700 something? The bouncies are, what is it? I think it was like $67, and then it's like $8 a month, or is it 70 something? 'Cause I pay $67 a month for 10 bouncies, something like that. Are you? You're welcome. You're welcome, Maxim. You're welcome. And the bounces are pretty easy to install. It's really easy. You just put it in your OBD port, and boom, it gets the battery, it gets recharged from the OBD port. So it's pretty simple. You just gotta find it. Every car has a different position of OBD port. Some cars are easy to find. Some cars are actually pretty hard, but yeah, or I shouldn't say that hard, but you could find it. It's pretty easy. Full size SUVs. My biggest car is an Acura MDX. Do you consider that a full size SUV? I don't. It's a seven seater. I think it's pretty big. Not the biggest SUV. That's the biggest vehicle I have. And that car I got that back in 2017. That was my Uber car for 3.5 years. So they qualified for everything. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Research SUV for Chicago winter. Yeah, that winter is brutal. I could not deal with that every single year. I would move to Hawaii. You should move to Hawaii. You come to Hawaii, our winter is like a low of like what, mid 60s in some areas to a high of 80 in Christmas time. Yeah. Yeah, it's see you in the next couple months. It's probably what is the temperature in Chicago right now? I gotta look it up. I'm curious. Oh, 65 degrees. Okay. Okay. You actually got a hot day today. 70, 30. Yeah, that ain't bad. That is not bad. So yeah, not bad. Not like Hawaii though. Where are we? We're like an 80, 70, 82, 72. Something like that. Yeah, it's not bad. But snow, yeah, that's not. I'm not really a fan of snow. Oh, no, no, Hi, new guys. Yeah, if you have some questions, you have some Turo questions, just let me know in the chat, and I'll answer them for you, help you out. Prepaid gas, post 200 miles. Yeah. So for the prepaid gas, I would just basically whatever you think or whatever it is to fill up your tank, just have it about like $15 over, something like that. That's what I would do. If you're doing, hold on, if you're doing, I don't know if you're doing 1 day rentals or 2 or 3 or plus day rentals. Like how many? Actually, I don't. Let me go back because you said, sorry, were you one who just started or were you? Okay, so you're just okay. So you are just starting. Okay, so once you get some more data, you're going to find out if people are booking your cars or whatever your minimum is going to be 1 or 2 days or 3 days or 4 days or 5 days. You're going to figure it out. With me, I do whatever. So about 80. Well, this month's gonna be 90% are like 1 or 2 day bookings. So I know most people are booking my cars for just 1 day. So I have it per trip. I think prepaid is prepaid fuel now is per trip unless you're grandfathered in. Only the grandfathered cars you can do per day anyway. So it is per trip. So I have my cars, I think, about $45 per trip. I know that sounds really, really low, but most people book my cars are booking it for only 1 or 2 days. So I know that I'm going to make at least $15 to $20 on those. Obviously, on the three, four, five, six, I'm like at best break even, maybe lose, but I'm not getting those bookings right now, right? So in that case, if I had a lot of those, I would obviously add it. But I'm trying to get people to add prepaid fuel, right? If I have it so high, no one's going to add it. And if I know I'm only booking it for a day in Hawaii, where you're going to drive to, at best you might use half a tank. And with my car is half a tank, they're really good on fuel, and it's probably like $20. So that's how I come up with 45. For you, it might be a lot more, right? I don't, but you're only going to know after you're doing it a while to find out, what how many days people are booking. You gotta get the data. Yeah, that's what gotta get the data. And those are the extras. The 200 miles, the post claiming fee. That's actually going to end in about 2 weeks. I know it sucks. What I'm going to do, which I think I talked about it in the video, I am actually going to have my unlimited miles. I'm gonna call it like the Aloha package, and I'm gonna have like if you pick the Aloha package, you get the unlimited miles, and also you don't have to clean the car. I'm not gonna say it's a cleaning fee. I'm not gonna say any of that. I'm just gonna say you don't have to clean the car, just extra or whatever. Hopefully that's no issue with Turo. I don't think it is. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's how I'm gonna promote that. Because there's not gonna be no post cleaning fee as of like November 2nd. They're gonna take that off. So that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see how that works. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But that's what I'm gonna do with that. Yeah, because I make a lot of money off extras, and post cleaning fee is probably like my best one, right? So by them taking it off, it's like, ugh, like great. So people are like mad. They're like, oh, now we got to clean the car literally for free. There's some hosts out there that will say that they don't mind cleaning for free. Hertz does it, but people don't understand is that Hertz has this big old business set up for that. They have a big old vacuum, big old, and they're paying all these people to do it. So Hertz and Turo, to me at least, maybe people don't agree. To me, they're totally different things. Totally different. That's just my opinion, but that's just what I believe with all my years of doing this. Some people don't agree with that, but that's what I think it is. Right? I've always been someone who's cleaning fee there should be a cleaning fee. If you book an Airbnb, there's a cleaning fee, right? Do hotels have a cleaning fee? No. I mean but their prices are higher. But you know, that's just my opinion, right? Some people don't agree with that, but it is what it is. In the end, it's your business. You can do whatever you want, right? But that's what I do. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, if you have any questions about Turo and how Turo's doing for you, let me know how many cards you got, and yeah, just let me know any questions. I'll answer them. If you ever want to give a super chat, that's cool, but you don't have to. That's just is what it is. Oh, one more thing, Danny. I just saw that your 200-mile minimum. The unlimited mile is the extra, not the 200-mile minimum. Limited mile. That's definitely daily. It should be probably a minimum $40. Yeah, real estate student. Yeah, get around's not in Hawaii, or at least not yet. I think someone said they're starting up here, but I don't know. Probably not. Oh, dang! There's no fee for the Facebook group. That's that's free. There's nothing for that. That's just we just talk about Turo. That's just something that I just started. We got about like 48 members or something. 48. They're all over the U.S. The Patreon is what I charge. They have like a $10, $20, $40. We do like video chat, like more one-on-one stuff. But that's Patreon. Facebook, Facebook is free. Oh yeah, yeah. Come join. Yeah, it's growing. Yeah, it's growing and growing. So it's a lot of people from Hawaii, but there are still people all over the U.S. in that group. Hi, Christopher Lewis. Got three shooters. Yeah, the cheap cars. Okay, okay. How's it going for you then? How many trips have you got? You started this week. Today is Tuesday. Did you start yesterday, or you started like late last week? Oh, thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I hope I helped you out. Yeah, I hope I helped you. What kind of cars do you have, or did you put trackers in them, or do you have hardwire in them? Where are you located? Real estate student. I do the video chat through the Patreon because people pay for the video chat, so I definitely can't. Yeah, that this is probably the best the video chat's gonna get if just doing it for free stuff. But the Patreon is where I do the one-on-one stuff. You got two trips. Okay, okay. How did you come to your pricing? Are you using automatic pricing, or you just put a price there? 313 price for 200. Okay, 2010 Hyundai Sonata. Okay, okay. Yeah. And the Kia Forte. Okay. And where are you located, Christopher Lewis? Great. That's great. Gotta have that. That's a fact. That's the truth. You never know who's renting your cars, especially when you start renting to a lot of locals. Tourists, you don't have an issue with, but mostly local people are doing that stuff. And what market are you at? Okay, that's great then. Roger, welcome. Okay, that's good stuff. So you should be getting a lot more bookings, and well, when the market, I don't know, market when the market picks back up, you should be getting a lot. Oh, Chicago. Oh, what's his name? Was from? There was someone else just talking about from Chicago. I told him it was busy. I think it was Jacob. Yeah, there's someone else in here who was just talking about Chicago. Okay. Yeah, I know it's busy there. Oh, it was Danny. What am I talking about? It was Danny talking about Chicago. See, right there. See, I told you, Chicago. It's only going to get busier. 25. Okay, he must have made a killing in the summertime. He must have made a killing. I bet he did. Did he tell you any ballpark of what he made in the summer? Yeah. Yeah, I know. We all cannot wait until it picks back up, or at least get back to the normal levels, right? I know I can't wait. Shooters are basically old cheap cars, probably cars that are under like $5,000 around there. Cars that kind of have like the highest ROI. You pay them off real, you get your money back quickly, and they'll just go on for a minute. Yeah, cheap cars. Yeah. I'm working on a 2010 Ford Escape loaded right now. Hopefully up by Friday. Okay. Yeah, okay. How many cars are you trying to add, Christopher Lewis, in the next like month or so? $40 a day. Okay. Ford Escape. Ford Escape's a 7-seater, right? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I stopped buying cars in Hawaii. I'm just waiting for Hawaii to pick back up in the next month, month and a half, and then yeah, I'm gonna start adding just like you. I would get up to 20, maybe 22 to see how much I can do myself. Because I'm solo. Let me see how that goes. Right. I'm still debating if I'm gonna get not shooter cars, but not new cars, either, or just keep going new. I don't know. Maybe I'll get a Tesla. I'll try out that the luxury market, the deluxe market. Trying to get that recharge fee for Teslas. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You do it a day by day, sure. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just thought of that. I wish I did it 3 months ago when I was doing like $1,500 a day when I was like crazy busy all over the place. But yeah. Oh, it's SUV. Oh, okay, it's only five. Okay, okay. Yeah, I would say yeah. If it's getting booked, your cars are going out, then yeah, add. But if they're not all getting booked, I would definitely slow down. But if it's going, we say it's slow. Well, if your cars are going out up to the point that they're not going out, then yeah, add to that point. Like right now, I have 16 cars. Some cars are getting painted right now. It's like 14 active. If all of my cars are going out at the price I want them to go out, I would keep adding. But I'm not adding right now because half my fleet is sitting, especially my Mustang. There's no point in adding, and I don't want to rent out. Just keep buying cars to rent them out for $35. No, there's no point in doing that. Oh, that's nice. We got a nice setup for those. Yeah, that's that's what's up. The cars that we rent out locally with commercial insurance. So I'm trying. Okay, so I'm assuming that you are on the 90/10 plan. I'm pretty sure because I'm assuming that since you have you got your own dealer, you have people that they can fix cars and stuff. And if you're not, I would go on the 90% plan. That's a fact. I would try and maximize your money. If you have that setup, that's great. Yeah. Okay. That's a good idea. Yeah. Should I get a return? Yeah, want it? Yeah. I mean, the Liberty Mutual, that 100% work for Turo. You don't have to deal with getting dropped. They're not going to drop you because you're doing Turo. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. I don't know if they are that cheap, but that's what I recommend. Definitely don't go Geico. I mean, go Geico. Once Geico finds out, they definitely drop you. Like that's not a fact. They do not like Turo at all. And like, was it Allstate or Progressive or something? $75. But Christopher Lewis, do you? I'm assuming you do have mechanics, right? Do you have that? You have access, someone that you can fix your cars definitely on the cheap and do a good job, or at least somebody who will do it. Because if your answer is yes to these questions, I will switch to the 90 because that's usually like the biggest reason they're on the 75, instead of the 90. The risk, trying to fix cars because it costs so much. But if you already have the setup to fix your cars, for really cheap, there's really no point to give Turo that extra 15%. Right. That's what I say to everybody who I coach, who I talk to. If you have that setup, you have people like that. Unless you just don't want to risk it at all, you just want to go through Turo. But dealing with Turo and their, the way they do their claims and how they try to nitpick you, for like every little small thing. I don't trust Turo in that situation. That's why I'm on the 90%. I just deal with it myself. Do I have that set up as you? No, I don't. I go to whoever. I mean, I have a friend who has a used car dealership, and I'm gonna start probably using him. So that's gonna help me out. That's gonna save me some money. But that's what that's what I do. You do see exactly. At least in the future, I would definitely, you know, definitely like on those shooter cars. I mean, yeah, if you get something nice, maybe not that, you know, but definitely any of those cars, those really cheap cars that you have, you want to make that extra, you know, 15%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I actually do recommend starting off on the 75% plan. Just start it. But you have stuff that people don't have, right? People who I talk to have that kind of setup, right? You have to settle with that. It's you have a one up on a lot of people, on a lot of people. A lot of people they just have a car or two cars, three cars. They have none of that setup. Something breaks or whatever mechanical, they're just going to the dealership, right? And they're paying tons of money. Or the car needs to be repainted. I mean, it just yeah, they don't have that. You do. Danny, if you have if they're car loans, then you're gonna have to have full coverage. So that's but if they're not, then I mean, liability is a risk. Just understand if you have liability only, if something happens to the car, like some natural disaster or like a tree falls on it, that's something that you're responsible for if it's outside of the rental. And another thing that you should know if you do liability only, I understand the have liability. If something happens with the car like that, if it's out on a rental and Turo asks you for your policy, they want to see what your policy is to match it for if something happens. And if you have liability only, that's a possibility that they don't cover it 100% because you only have liability coverage. I'm not 100% on that, but I've heard some stuff people talk about that. But I'm okay with that risk. So 'cause that stuff's probably not gonna happen anyway. So that extra money that you would save, right? Because I have 17 cars for full coverage for liability. That's a lot of money a month. So a few months of nothing or 6 months of nothing, that's thousands of dollars. I'm okay with that. What you say? So now you plan if they total your car. No, 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 Christopher, no, 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 no. If they total your car on 90% plan, Turo is just gonna minus $2,500 from the total. Yeah. Max the road salt. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Especially right now, a lot of my cars are sitting. My Batmobile, my 2019 Chevy Camaro. Yeah, I drive that car pretty much all the time. I'm in each car about 4 to 6 thousand. So Christopher, so there are loans then. So in loans you gotta have full coverage. Or they tell you to have full coverage. If you don't, then some of them they will put you on some kind of thing. You have to pay more in your monthly. Or some of them, those banks, whatever, don't even check that. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, it does say you're supposed to have full coverage. I mean, it's not like a state law or anything, but it's just something with you know, with the banks and stuff. They tell you should. But in the end, it is up to you. I mean, did I have full coverage on all my cars while I had loans? No, I had some of them on liability only, and one of them that actually tracked that called me and told me that we have liability only, you need to change it, or we're gonna increase your monthly payments. So I put it back on. But the other ones, they never even called ever, years, right? So yeah. One more thing, Danny. Anyway, having a full coverage, that stuff will never apply. When the car is being rented by Turo anyway. 'Cause Turo has their, it's their coverage. Oh, cash. Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah. My recommendation, if you understand the risk that I just said, you're okay with that. Liability all day. That's exactly what I would do. That's what I am. So that's exactly what I would do. Where can I buy the tracker that you recommend? Um, well, let me see. I know on Amazon I don't think Bouncie's on Amazon anymore. I think you have to go to the actual website. Let's do put a little link in here. This is just Bouncy link, and that's not. Yeah, right here. Take that link. No, no, no. The Bouncy is really just the basic one. I mean, well, it's not basic. It has a lot of stuff in there, but those kind of things, yeah, you're gonna have to get something else. Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Yeah, that kill switch. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're thinking about getting a kill switch, I mean, that means that you are getting a lot of local rentals. To be honest, 'cause yeah, I mean, the only reason why you would use a kill switch for a tourist is because really they were trying to keep it extra day or something like that, or they didn't understand. Yeah, other than that, it's really all that stuff you see on YouTube and all those issues people have. It's local renters. I mean, just people take advantage of Turo. It's just the way it is. You need a car to do some crazy stuff. You, it's crazy stuff. I'm pretty sure you've seen the stuff. I don't need to go into that, but it's crazy stuff. But like that stuff doesn't happen all the time. It's not. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to switch cameras because this camera is dying. I'm gonna. Yes, definitely. Yeah, Danny, definitely. I would definitely get a kill switch for that area. That's a fact. I have everything you can hardwired. That is a fact. Okay, guys, I don't know how to. I don't know if it's gonna go off. It should be able to switch. So for us in Hawaii, should I save 30% of what I make? Are you so for the local tax in Hawaii, right? It is it's all controversial. I mean, not controversial. I've heard multiple things. Like I paid 5% for the longest, but I just found out recently it's supposed to be 0.5%. But then I found out that they're going after people saying it's 5%, right? So I would say just try and call the local office. It's the 5%. But you gotta understand too, like I found out, in Hawaii, when you rent a car, there's an RV tax of $5 a day per car. That was something that Turo's supposed to be paying, but I found out they're going after some hosts. So I don't really understand that. But I take out 22% of what I make every single month. But that's state and federal. That's what I do. 22%. But it all depends on how much you make, because the different whatever category you fall into. Ah. Sorry, guys. I think it probably switched. That. Hey. Sorry, guys. I don't know how to change the video to my. Come on.